Sports Illustrated interviewed 380 players in May. Least popular manager. Number one, Lou Piniella. Over a quarter of players said Lou Piniella, 26%. So Lou Piniella, they've tanked the last two playoffs. They're in the tank this year. Can I ask all you sophisticated baseball fans, why is he untouchable? Baseball managers have become college professors. Apparently they're tenured. Is baseball so sophisticated that only a few Aristotle, Socrates-level geniuses able to really sit in a dugout and make all these calculated moves? Last year, 158 of the 162 games, they're in first. They get swept in the playoffs. Year before, bounced as a favorite from the playoffs. Lou Piniella makes a horrible move in game one, pulling Carlos Zambrano with a lead to save him later in the series. So their number one all last year gets swept. Year before, he makes a horrendous move with Carlos Zambrano. 19 years ago, he won a World Series. Since then, he hasn't won a pennant. Marty Schottenheimer in the NFL, 14-2 gets canned. Phil Jackson has 10 titles, constantly ridiculed. In the last 19 years, Lou Piniella, a World Series and a pennant, both in the same year. That's it. And he's untouchable? They were swept as a heavy favorite, home field advantage Wrigley last year. Year before, you can argue he blew the entire series with a horrendous managerial move. One pennant, 19 years, and he is untouchable. Can somebody explain it that he's not at least discussed? Is baseball so complex that only Stephen Hawking-level geniuses can manage the complexity? All these moves that people spend out, the double switch. Good hell, that's complicated. I barely figure it out reading it. And by the way, the Cubs now are getting worse this year. Zambrano is a mess. Bradley doesn't get along with Lou. He's the least popular manager. They're getting worse. They're 2 under 500. They were swept last year. He butchered the previous year. And he's untouchable? Nobody's ever whispered, talked about, discussed, mentioned, maybe Lou's the problem?